In this video, we'll be taking a look at two NHL games happening on May 12, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these two NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Florida Panthers versus Toronto Maple Leafs. The Florida Panthers face the Toronto Maple Leafs in Game 5 of the second round. The Panthers have controlled the series, winning the first 3 games, but they stumbled on their home ice and lost Game 4. The Maple Leafs looked poised to be swept in the series, but stepped up in Game 4 to win 2-1 to force Game 5. The Panthers look to advance to the Eastern Conference Final, while the Maple Leafs look to force a Game 6, and Game 5 should be a great one. The Panthers still have a comfortable 3-1 series lead, but they don't want to give the Maple Leafs any more hope. On Wednesday, the offense only managed a goal, and that led to the defeat. Goalie Sergei Bobrovsky saved 23 of the 25 shots he faced. The Panthers are averaging 3.36 goals, while their defense is giving up 3.18 runs per game. The offense is ranked 7th, but in this game it's going to need to be the defense that steps up. Matthew Tkachuk has scored 5 goals and added 11 assists during the playoffs. The Maple Leafs still have their backs against the wall, but at least they have shown some sort of fight this year. In the last game, the Maple Leafs' scored defense was elite, giving up only 1 goal, and that was enough to secure the victory. Mitch Marner had a solid game, finishing with a goal and an assist. The Maple Leafs are averaging 3.1 goals, while their defense is giving up 3.2 goals per game. The offense is ranked 10th in the league during the playoffs, but in this game it's going to need to be the defense that steps up. Florida is 5-0 in their last 5 road games and 6-1 in their last 7 games against a team with a winning record, while the under is 4-0 in their last 4 games overall. Toronto is 59-28 in their last 87 home games and 7-1 in their last 8 games played on 1 day's rest, while the under is 6-0 in their last 6 games overall. Going into this series, I thought the Leafs had gotten the monkey off their back, getting out of the first round for the first time since 2004, but the Toronto curse seems to have followed them to the second round, as Florida has been the better team in this series. Although the Leafs were the better team in the first 2 games of the series, Florida still found a way to win both of those games, and then the Panthers were the better team in games 3 and 4 to take the commanding lead in this series. That's not to discredit the Panthers at all, as they've played great on both ends of the ice. Sergei Bobrovsky has been incredible in goal, and Florida's defense has been a great job at limiting the scoring of the Leafs, holding Toronto's core 4 scoreless through the first 3 games of the series. In Game 4, the Leafs ground out a 2-1 win on the road to avoid getting swept. I see no way that the Maple Leafs find a way to get out of this series, and I expect it to end with a Florida victory on the road tonight. So the Florida Panthers money line is our full game side pick. Both defenses have dominated the series, and Game 5 should reflect that, with both defensive units controlling this game from the opening puck drop. The Maple Leafs, who have only allowed 11 goals in this series, should limit the Panthers' offense with Morgan Rielly, Justin Hall, and the rest of the defensive unit creating turnovers in the defensive zone and limiting shots on the net, allowing goaltender Joseph Woll to make plenty of big saves. The Panthers, who only allowed 2 goals in every game of this series, should eliminate the Maple Leafs with Brandon Montour, Mark Stahl, Gustav Forsling, and the rest of the defensive unit forcing turnovers in the neutral zone and defensive zone, while goaltender Sergei Bobrovsky blanks the shots on the net. Toronto scored 2 goals in 6 straight playoff games, and I expect this to be a defensive war once again, even if Toronto gets past a pair of goals here. This series is starting to get physical and chippy, and I think the defense and goaltending gets ratcheted up here. This will be a low-scoring game controlled by both defenses. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Edmonton Oilers versus Vegas Golden Knights. The Edmonton Oilers face the Vegas Golden Knights in Game 5 of the second round in a back-and-forth series. The Oilers won Game 2 and Game 4 to even up the series at 2 wins apiece. The Golden Knights won Game 1 and Game 3 but lost the subsequent games and have kept the Oilers in the series as a result. The winner of Game 5 will take a 3-2 series lead and move 1 win away from the Western Conference Final, and the upcoming game should be a great one. The Edmonton Oilers were able to tie this series with a Game 4 win by a score of 4-1 on Wednesday night. Edmonton has played very inconsistently in this series, but they have dominated Vegas in both of their wins. Edmonton recorded 33 shots on goal and went 1-7 on the power play in the Game 4 win. Leon Draisaitl has led the Oilers this postseason with 13 goals, 5 assists, and 38 shots on goal, while Connor McDavid has added 5 goals, 12 assists, and 41 shots. Stuart Skinner is 5-4 this postseason with a 3.31 goals against average and a .895 save percentage for Edmonton. The Vegas Golden Knights are tied in the series, but they can't be happy with how they played in the Game 4 loss. Vegas recorded 26 shots on goal and went 0-4 on the power play in the loss. Mark Stone has led the Golden Knights this postseason with 4 goals, 7 assists, and 18 shots, while Jack Eichel has added 5 goals, 5 assists, and 35 shots on goal. Adin Hill is 1-1 this postseason with a 1.9 goals against average and a .934 save percentage for Vegas. The Oilers are 10-2 in their last 12 road games and 35-16 in their last 51 overall. The Golden Knights are 15-5 in their last 20 home games and 6-2 in their last 8 overall. The over is 26-11 in Oilers' last 37 road games. The under is 4-1 in Golden Knights' last 5 overall. The Oilers are 5-1 in the last 6 meetings in Vegas. The underdog is 9-4 in the last 13 meetings. The road team is 5-2 in the last 7 meetings. We are all tied up in the round 2 series between the Vegas Golden Knights and Edmonton Oilers as the series heads back to Vegas for a highly crucial Game 5. This has been a very back and forth series, as each team has done a good job in answering losses. No team has commanded the series yet, but whoever wins this game will be 1 win away from a trip to the Western Conference Final. My pick for this game has to be the Vegas Golden Knights. They are back on home ice on a Friday night, and one could only imagine how loud that building will be, which will energize their team. More importantly, Oilers defenseman Darnell Nurse will miss this game due to a 1-game suspension for a late instigation offense. Edmonton will notice this loss, as Nurse absolutely eats minutes. This hole should allow the very deep roster in Vegas to convert on chances at a much higher rate. Vegas backup goaltender Adin Hill has also been decent with a .930 save percentage, so he should be able to keep his team in the game. This line is rather surprising. Yes, the Edmonton Oilers are an offensive powerhouse, and they've had their way in a lot of these playoff games. However, there's been no consistency in this series, and Vegas at home in the underdog role isn't something you see often. In fact, this will be just the 11th time since November 2021 Vegas has been an underdog on its home ice. The Golden Knights also haven't lost back-to-back games since March 28th and March 30th. I'll take the plus money with the home team, so the Vegas Golden Knights money line is our full game side pick. Each team has shown they can score lots of goals, but in this series, we have only seen the game total go over in Game 1. However, the total has hit at least 5 goals in each game, and in Game 5 I am expecting to see even more. As mentioned, the Golden Knights have a backup goaltender in who has been decent, but it is highly unlikely he shuts down the Oilers' scary offense down completely. As for Vegas, they are due for some goals as they only scored 1 in Game 4, as opposed to their now 3.25 goals per game average in the series. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.